What's going on, everybody? My name is Mr. Sly, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys my settings for complementary shaders, just because my shaders look a lot more vibrant than the normal shader when you download this and put it onto your game. So I'm going to go into my settings and teach you guys exactly how you can get it to look so vibrant. Okay, so this is what the shader is going to look like when you load it up. It doesn't really look good at all. It looks very pale, very desaturated. So what you're going to want to do to make your game look really good, like it does in my videos, is you're going to want to click escape, go to options, video settings, and then go to shader packs. And you're going to see your shader pack right here. And what you're going to want to do is go down to where it says shader pack settings. Now this is what you're going to see, and we're going to go through every setting here, and I'm going to change it to exactly what I have in my settings. So just follow along. If you need to pause or go back, you can do so. The first thing we're going to go into here is we're going to go into performance settings, and inside of performance settings you're going to see this. So what I change in here is I change the real-time shadows. Now if you do not have a good gaming computer, I highly recommend you keep this at medium or low, but if you have a really good computer with a very good RTX card, either high or very high is really good. Ultra could be overkill, especially if you don't have a good RTX card, so I always keep mine on very high. Next, you're going to go down to light shaft quality, and I turn this off. I do not use this. All this does is just adjust the quality of the light shafts. You don't really need this, so I just keep that off. So the next thing you want to do is click detail quality, and I always put this on high. All it does is adjust the quality of like water materials, lighting tweaks, and auroras, and all sorts of stuff. It's going to really affect the look of your game, so I highly recommend this on the high quality. Next is going to be water reflection quality, and you're just going to want to keep this on medium. Next, we're going to go down to advanced color lighting, and I put this on 12 chunks. And as well as up here, I keep this on 12 chunks as well. So 12 chunks and 12 chunks. But the cloud quality, I put this on high just to make the clouds look really, really good. And block reflection quality, we're going to turn that off. And the last thing on this page is going to be the texture filtering. And I put this on 8 times. But if you don't have a good computer, I highly recommend you just putting it on off, but I put it up on high. So now you can click back. Now we're going to go into the lighting category, and inside of here, all that you're going to want to change is the cave lighting multiplier, and you're just going to turn this up as high as you want. It just makes it so then the cave is brighter. I put this really high because I do YouTube content, so because YouTube compresses your videos so the darks get darker, so you want to put this as high as you want it. Depends on if you're doing videos or not. So this one, really, it's all up to you to decide what you want. So that one you're gonna have to choose on your own. Okay, now we're gonna jump into materials. So if we go into materials here, we're gonna go into the water category, and in here you're gonna want to change your water style to unbound. You could do reimagine, but to me, I do unbound. I find it looking way better than reimagine. Of course, this is my opinion, but if you want to look just like how I do in my recent videos, then unbound is definitely the one you're going to want to choose. And then the water foam intensity, you're going to just turn this off. It just kind of makes it so with water foam, you get like this little like white line around edges of the water, and I just think it's kind of distracting and kind of ugly, so I completely turned that off. And for the water opacity factor, I put this up to 260. Now we're going to jump into the water surface color. So if you go into here, all you're going to want to change is the blue, and I put this up to 170. If you do these settings here, it's going to make your water look so much more blue. It's going to look very full of contrast and color, not so pale like it does in some shader packs. So that one, you're definitely going to want to put that up at 170. And if we back out of here and we go to the underwater color, you're going to want to put this one up to around 140. It's just going to make it so it's more bluer when you're underwater, and it's going to look really, really good. And if we back out of here and back one more time, we're going to go into the integrated PBR plus materials. And if you go into here, you're going to get glowing ores and glowing stuff. All this other stuff you do not need to touch. So we're going to go into glowing ores. In here, these are all going to be on by default. These are, of course, it's my opinion, I prefer to have all of these on, and it just makes it so then all the ores glow when you're in the caves, and it's just easier to spot the ores. You can also go up here and increase how much it glows and how less it glows. So of course you could always change it to how you like it to your eyes and just adjust it, but I just keep these on default. I keep all of these on. Even ancient debris, I feel like kind of looks nice with it colored with glowing effects. It just looks so much better. So if we back out of here and go into the glowing stuff, I like the armor trim on. So as you can see my character in the back here, you just get the armor trim, the little red like designs on the armor. This is gonna make them glow. It's gonna look so much better. So I think this really makes the trims look better. So I highly recommend you put those on. All right, so if we go back, and all the way to the beginning here, we're now going to go into the camera category. We're gonna be changing a lot in this category, starting with bloom. We're gonna turn that off. We're gonna turn this off. Water distortion. This is also your preference. I keep it on, but if you don't like how it distorts your vision underwater, you can always turn that off. Motion blur, definitely keep that off. Lens flare off. Temporal filter, smart and subtle plus, that's what you're going to want to keep that at. If we go over here though, bloom strength, you're just going to turn that all the way down to 15. Image sharpening, keep that at 5. This is going to be at 0. If we move down, motion blur strength, we're going to keep that at 1. This is going to stay at 1, and the distant light, you're going to keep that on as well. And now we're not done in this category because we're now going to go into color balance. So if we click into here, we're going to change the general brightness, and we're going to change that all the way down to around 0.85. And if we go to contrast of brighter colors, we're going to just turn that up just a smidge to 1.45. And if we go to saturation, just boost it up to around 150. White balance, we're going to turn that down to 1.0. So all the way down there. And contrast of darker colors, we're going to just take that 10 off and put it down at 1.0. And then as well with saturation of paler colors, we're going to put that at 1.40. So what this is going to do is going to make your game so much more colorful. It's going to get rid of all this ugly pale colors that we have in the default shader pack, and it's just going to boost the colors and make things look really good. All right, so if we go all the way back to the beginning, now we're going to go into the atmosphere category. And once we are in here, these are also kind of preference, but if you guys want it to look exactly how I do, just follow along. We're going to go into the Aurora style here, and we're going to put that on Unbound. I think it looks very beautiful. I like having the Aurora every night. I think it looks really, really beautiful. So definitely put that on Unbound, and we're going to put it on every night here. Rainbows, I turned this off. I absolutely hate the rainbows. I think they're ugly that's my own personal opinion. I do not like the rainbows in the shader pack, so I turn that off. But if you want them after it rains, you could always have rainbows on 24/7. But to me, I hate the rainbows. We're gonna turn that off. Night star amount, if you have a good computer, I highly put this on high, just so you got a ton of beautiful stars in the sky at night. I think it just looked really cool, especially with the auroras. And now we're going to jump into the sun and moon, and definitely change the style here to Unbound. And we're gonna put the angle at -20. It's just not gonna put the sun exactly in the middle of the sky. It's gonna put it kind of like on an angle, and it's gonna look way better. It's gonna make it look a little more realistic. So now if we back out of this, we're going to jump into the clouds category. And within here, we're going to, of course, change the style to Unbound. And we're going to put the cloud altitude a little high. It all depends on your preference as well, but I like to put it a little high. I think to either 212, 216 is a good range to keep it at. I like to have it sync to world time. So the clouds just kind of are synced to the time of the day. And we're also going to prevent the clouds to enter interior design. So if you have your build on a mountain, having this on means that the clouds are not going to go right through your build, and it's going to like distort your screen or anything. All right, so now if we go back out of there and we go into fog, I highly recommend turning border fog and cave fog off. This is also preference. I don't really care for fog in Minecraft. I think it's very ugly, and I'm not a fan of it. Atmosphere fog, if you want to keep that on, you can keep that on, or you can put it down to subtle if you want. That's just kind of like the fog around the edges and stuff. But other than that, that's everything here in fog. Now, this also is preference. If you go to other, there is the selection outline. So when you play Minecraft and if you're looking at a block, you're not really going to see like an outline around the block that you're looking at. But if you kind of want one, you can go into the selection outline. And in here, you can mess around with some of the colors. You can like select a color, versatile, rainbow. You can have like a rainbow effect around your block that you're looking at. You can also auto hide selection outline. So yeah, if you guys want a little bit of an outline to see the blocks that you're about to place or the blocks that you're looking at, you can definitely turn that on. Same with world outline. You can also mess around with these. This just means that you're going to get a little bit of a kind of like a 3D look at all the blocks when you ever are going to turn them on. Once we put the shaders on, I can show you exactly what that looks like. But other than that, that's all the settings we need. So if you're done with that, all you have to do is click apply, and let's have a look at the outcome and see how much things have changed. And just like that, look at how more beautiful the shaders look. Look how much more colorful the grass is, all the flowers and everything. This just looks absolutely beautiful. This is just going to make your game look so much better. So right now I'm going to be showing you guys some side-by-side comparisons of what the shader looks like when you just put it on. And on the right side is going to be my settings. You can definitely see such a big change of how more vibrant things look like. And complementary shaders don't look too bad, but it just looks very like faded and just not as vibrant as you would hope shaders would do. Yeah, but anyway guys, that is my shaders. That's it. Complementary Unbound, that's what I use. It looks really good, and if you want your game to look very colorful like this is these were my settings. So definitely pause it, change your settings if you want. But other than that, I gotta go edit some more videos for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have enjoyed the video, then drop a like, comment down below, subscribe today if you guys have not already, and also join the Discord. Links down below. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.